Hello everyone, welcome back to Little Maple English. I'm your teacher Joanne. Today, we're going to learn about there is and there are. So what is there is? So there is used when we're talking about the existence of a singular item or person. And its contraction is theirs. So you could say it in a short form. So usually we write there is in a written form and theirs is when we're talking. So for example, you could say there is a computer on the table, or when we're talking to someone, we could just quickly say there's a computer on the table. So as you can see in the sentence, there is, it shows what is on the table, the existence of a singular item, right? So what is there are? So there are is used when we are talking about the existence of multiple items or people. So you cannot contract there are. So you cannot say there are. You can only say there are. So remember, you could only say it in a short form for there is, but not there are. So let's take a look at the example. The example says there are 4 books on the shelf. It shows the existence of multiple items, right? So let's take a look at the sentence structure of there is and there are. So there is plus singular noun. Remember, it has to be a noun. So do you guys remember noun from the previous lesson? Noun represents people, places, things, ideas, animals, right? So remember that you have to write down singular noun after there is. It's same with there are, but it's quite different with there is because you have to write a plural form of a noun. So how to form an affirmative sentence? Affirmative might be unfamiliar vocabulary from your list of vocabulary. So let me explain to you what affirmative is. Affirmative means positive. A sentence that does not include question or negative form is affirmative. So to form affirmative sentences with there is or there are, you must follow this structure. There plus is or are plus noun, which is singular or plural, plus a prepositional phrase. That's optional. If you add prepositional phrase in your there is or there are sentence, it makes better for the listener or the reader to understand your sentence more clearly. So let's have a look at the example. There are 30 students on the list. It means that there are 30 students existing on the list. So there is and there are is actually used quite a lot in English sentence structure. So how to form a negative sentence? So to form a negative sentences with there is or there are, you must follow this structure. There isn't or aren't. This is actually a short form of is not and are not. So you could actually say there is not or there are not or there isn't or there aren't. Plus noun, singular or plural, plus a prepositional phrase. That's optional. So let's take a look at the example. There aren't any pencils in the cup. So it means that there are no pencils existing in the cup. Moving on, how to form interrogative sentences. To form interrogative sentences with there is or there are, you must follow this structure. To form a question, you can start off with is or are in your sentence. So is there or are there, noun, singular or plural, plus a prepositional phrase. That's optional. So let's take a look at the example. Are there any students in the classroom? Yes, there are. It means that, yes, there are students in the classroom. So you could see the students in the classroom. I've outlined the example sentences for you to compare different there is and there are sentences in an affirmative, negative, or interrogative or question form. So here is an example of a singular affirmative sentence. There's a desk. Singular negative, there isn't a book. Singular interrogative, which is a question. Is there a book? So how do you answer that? Yes, there is. Or no, there isn't. Let's take a look at the plural form of affirmative. There are 5 desks. Plural negative form, there aren't any books. Plural form of interrogative, are there any pens? It's asking whether there are any pens in front of you. You could answer this question by saying yes, there are, or no, there aren't. So, let me test you. A pencil in my bag. Should you use there is or there are? 3, 2, 1. It's there is. Since a noun is in a singular form, which is a pencil, you must use there is. Any homework? 3, 2, 1. There isn't any homework. Since homework is an uncountable noun, you must use with the singular noun. 3, 2, 1. Are there any scissors in your pencil case? No, there aren't. Scissors are always in the plural form of a noun, so you must use are there. 3, 2, 1. Is there a microscope in the school lab? Yes, there is. As you can see, it's using a singular form of a noun, a microscope. So you must use with is there. 3, 2, 1. There are 3 notebooks on the table. As you can see here, it's using plural form of a noun, which is 3 notebooks. So you must use there are. That's it for today. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and see you next class. Bye-bye.